Welcome, folks, to my short little vlog for here. So, as you can see, I went to the Forest of the Dean yesterday. Just wanted to get out, get a little bit of fresh air. Picked a random spot on the map to a little town called Mitchell Dean. That was it, Mitchell Dean. And then just picked a green trail and started walking. Now you may be wondering, why am I doing a voiceover here, especially as you're looking at me right now and I'm doing a whole lot of talking. Well, I must confess, my GoPro was dysfunctional, I guess, during this whole of this walk because none of the audio has come out. So I decided to do, you know how in the DVDs, you know, you have the director's cut, isn't it? Or not the director's cut, where they do this with an annotated piece when you get the actors and stuff talking over the video. Well, I'm going to do something like that. So here, what's going on here, I just came across a tree that's breaking the path, which is pretty neat if you look at the fact that this is, the tree is completely uprooted. Never seen the underside of a tree before. So yeah, so I'll just add a few bits of commentary here so that you can hear what's going on my Forest of the Dean. I was walking in the Gloucestershire Way, and it's gotten hot now because you can see I've taken my hat off. It was a beautiful day. I can't believe it. It's like August, or it's August weather, like, you know. But you know, we're coming into winter here in just a teeny bit. But it was such a beautiful day. It was fairly warm and sunny, as you can see there, and I just got a bit hot, so I had to take off my hat. I think the thing I liked about this walk was the fact that while I was in the forest itself, I didn't come across I take that back because I didn't come across any people. I came across one lady towards the end of the walk, but that was towards the very end that I came across her. But for the most part, I had the whole of the forest, or at least it felt like that way, the whole of the forest to myself. And I did spend a lot of time walking and talking, as you can see here, and I've scaled this video down, but I did record a lot of good little clips there. But I'll have to fool around on my GoPro and see what actually is going on here, because I'm sure I was telling a really interesting story right at about this point. I know at one point I was talking about how when I was a kid, I used to go out in the woods and hang out. You know, me and my buddies, we used to go out in the woods and yeah, just to go out and play Daniel Boone and adventure and all of that kind of stuff. And being back here in the Forest of Dean kind of reminded me of those, you know, back in the day. I guess I was probably about maybe 14 or 15, somewhere in there. Yeah, 13, 14, 15. And I lived at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey, and there was a lot of woodlands around the housing estate, and we were all into, you know, going out with our bows and hunting rabbits out in the woods and playing adventure and all that kind of cool, neat stuff. Oh, and this little section of woods was interesting here, and it doesn't come across on the video as much as it was in life, but I came to this point where it was, you know, I could go left or I could go right, and I'm about to turn around here in just a second, and just down that way, it looks a lot light, I guess because of the camera got it, but it got really dark inside this little passage, but it looked pretty cool. And I've got some pictures on my Facebook page, as you can see, and you can see that it was a lot darker looking than perhaps it's looking right now, but a nice little cool little shards of light coming through that. I think it was pretty fascinating, but it got really quiet and it got really darker than it might appear on there, but it was cool. I liked that little passage there. Okay, so this is me coming up towards the end of the walk, and I'm just finishing up. As you can see, it was just a beautiful day out. Lovely day to get out into the forest and go for a nice little wander. Highly recommend it. Forest of Dean. And it's a huge area, so you can, there's lots of forest to explore. Like I said, this particular walk, it was I started at Mitcheldean and picked up the Gloucestershire Way footpath, which is fantastic. So, and my little meditation spot here, and then I was off to the truck.